This is a review of the Astak CM-7500Pro action camera. It's a full action HD camera. It is capable of recording video at 1080p. The camera comes with 2 batteries and a free Timetech Universal rapid battery charger. Sports cameras are quite the rage nowadays. They're very useful devices if you're an outdoor enthusiast or have a hobby where you can use one. It helps you record the exciting moments you can share with your friends, and just remember them yourself. This device is ideal for using when you're skiing, bike riding, snowboarding, in your car, skateboarding, Winter X Games, motocross, amateur car racing, BMX racing, snowmobile riding or racing, ice skating, roller skating, rock climbing, street luge, scuba diving to limited depths, snorkeling, windsurfing, and at the beach just swimming. Inside the box you'll find an abundance of accessories. Let's go through them real quickly. First of all, you have the camera itself. It weighs in at 3 1/4 ounces. Here you have a waterproof camera case that's suitable to go down to 197 feet of depth of water. And here you have the remote control for the camera. Here you have an 8 gig Kingston memory. It is a class 4. Class 10 memories are recommended, and you can go up to 32 gig in size. You have an extra battery. You have a large curved helmet mount. You have a flat mounting bracket with tightening screw. Here you have a flat mount plate that this bracket will slide into. And then here you have a flat mount plate here with a camera thread. Here you have a large curved adhesive mount. Here you have a small curved adhesive mount. Here you have the AC wall charger. It operates on 100 to 240 volts AC and 50 to 60 hertz. Its cord is 60 inches long. And here you have a USB cable for your computer to connect the camera to the computer. It's 42 inches long. And here you have a Timetech battery charger. It's adjustable to fit many sizes of flat batteries like you see up here. And we'll show how to use that in a second. This was supplied by the supplier, so you can charge the second battery and have it ready to put in the camera if you want to continue your operation. There is an original battery in the camera, so this other battery you see up here is an extra one. You pop this open and lift it up, and there's a little spring latch right here that locks the battery in place, and that battery will come out. You don't have to remove it to charge it though. That's important. This is the XD card slot. On the other side here, you'll see an HDMI video output, and here you have the charging cable input. This center jack here is the audio-visual out port. You can see the micro USB charging port. I'm going to plug in the battery charger, and if the battery was charging, the LED down here would turn red. Because it's not charged, it indicates the battery is fully charged. On the top here, you'll see the record stop button. These holes here are to allow heat to dissipate from the camera. This is the power off on button. You have to press it and hold it for a second or two before it comes on, and you have to hold it down for like 3 or 4 seconds before it goes off. Then here you see the shutter for taking still pictures. This large slot here is for your SD card. I'm going to put in a class 10 card at 32 gigabytes. You simply put it in the slot the proper direction, push it down, and it locks into place. To insert the SD card, make sure you have the power turned off to the camera. In addition to all this hardware, you're going to get a brief instruction guide, which is the quick start guide. It's very good, and a very good user manual. On the front of the camera, you'll see the lens itself, the speaker port. This is the power on LED. This port's not labeled, but I believe it's the microphone for the camera. There is one built in, and this LED lights when it's recording. On the bottom here, you'll see a tripod mount like you'd find on a normal size camera. On the back here, you'll see a color LCD screen, which allows you to program the camera and see the video playback. Here you have the menu button. Here you have a normal control switch for a camera with left and right, up and down selection, and the center is OK or select. And then down here you have the playback button. Here you can see the on button. I'm going to press it and hold it for a few seconds. And you see the camera come on. I'm going to press the menu button. And here you can see I can scroll left and right. And I'm going to go through and do setup. This is where you program your date and time, time display, auto power on and off, and the TV standard. Going to the left, you get to the camcorder or recorder video. You can set the resolution of the video if you want. You can set the recorded video length, or you can flip the picture camera. Here are the camera settings for single shot, triple shot, continuous, self-timed, and camera resolution. You can see I can scroll down here and do my programming. This camera will take photographs up to 8 megapixels. You can program this camera to take pictures every 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, and 60-second intervals. Change the setting, for example. Here you see I have the resolution set for 5 megapixels. I press the OK button, and it'll pop up and give me the choice of 3, 5, or 8. If I scoot it over, I can select 8 megapixels, and I hit OK. And now you can see I've changed the camera resolution to 8 megapixels. Here you can see an exceptionally nice waterproof case. I like it a lot because it's sealed with a very nice silicone gasket. It actually has waterproof control buttons that you can press from the outside where the case encloses the camera. It's very nice. Very nice, powerful sealing mechanism, and a place here to mount the camera with to your helmet, for example. And then here you also have the camera stand screw. To mount the camera, you simply drop it in, close the lid. It's a rather tight fit because it is a silicone gasket that's rather thick. And then you snap down the case, and now it's locked into place. And now you can see the camera's waterproof. You can see the extra batteries charger, which is sent by TimeTech. If you put the battery in, you'll see obviously it doesn't fit. That's no problem. You pull this down and rotate it and flip it to the other direction. Then you adjust these pins so they line up with the plus and minus terminals. You pull this down and you set the battery into place, and you make sure that the plus and minus terminals are connected properly. In place properly, you'll see a red light light up. Here you take this and flip up the power connectors, and now I can plug this into an extension cord just to show you how it operates, and you'll see it come on blue, which means this battery is charging. It's slightly red. When it's blue, it means the battery is fully charged. I'm going to show a real quick assembly here of the camera to the helmet mount. You can see here I have it snapped in. I'm now going to take and align the holes. Insert this screw. You tighten it down. And when you get done, you adjust the angle you want. And there you go. You're ready to mount the camera. And you've got adjustments here to adjust the tilt of the camera. I want to point out that the camera has 4 video recording modes. It's 1080p at 30 frames per second, 720p at 60 frames per second, 720p at 30 frames per second, or WVGA at 60 frames per second. And that the instruction manual says that the device can hold memory cards up to 64 gigabytes, but the web page on Amazon only says 32 gigabytes. Here you have a remote control. It already contains a battery inside, and it's sealed very tightly on the back with 6 screws. You can see a belt fastener that you can put on a strap to put around your wrist, for example. So if you're skateboarding or whatever, you can always control the camera by turning it off and on with this. You have a record button, a shutter button to take a photograph, or a stop button. If you like, you can take this, it's a belt clip. You can put it on here and snap it in place, push it forward and snap it down, and now you have a belt clip to hook the remote control to your belt. Photos. The beam angle of the camera is 170 degrees, which is almost a straight line. So when you're shooting something up close, you're going to get a bit of a fisheye effect. Here's a brief video that we've taken while driving through a neighborhood. You can see the video is very good. I can tell you though that what you see here does not do the camera justice. The HD video is absolutely flawless. Here you can see a snapshot taken with an 8 megapixel setting on the camera. This is a great sports camera. I love the size of it. It has a fantastic waterproof case and all the accessories you'll need. It doesn't come with any belts to mount it to helmets or skateboards or whatever else, but other than that, everything else is supplied. I rate this product at 5 stars. This review was done by JJCEO. I'd like to tell you I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to give a fair and honest review.